Hi everybody, it's me, Catalina. This is Catalina's Crochet. Video 3 or 2, I'm not even sure. Here I've written out a few phrases we should learn. We already learned what chain is, and that's what it'll look like in a pattern. We already know what a single crochet is. These are all single crochet. And these are single crochet increases, and we learned that too. We also learned what back loop only meant, and we learned what those were. Today, I'm going to teach you guys first half double crochet, and then how to double crochet. We're going to be doing that this way, instead of in a round. It's a little more complicated, and I thought this would be a lot easier. This is just a chain, then single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. I think this is about 4 rows, maybe? Yeah, 4 rows. I made, I think, 20 stitches total. I did my very best, I promise, to make the sides as straight as possible. And I think I'm doing pretty okay, but we're going to turn and we're going to do half double crochets. And I'll show you guys right now. So, grab your hook. Hold tension, turn like a flag, and because half double crochets are a little different, we need to chain. So chain 1, chain 2. Alright, from there we're gonna yarn over. We're gonna go right here into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through. You guys can tell I now have 3, and this is the difference. Yarn over and pull through all of those. So pull through 1, here we go, pull through 2, and pull through 3. That is a half double crochet. Let's do that again. Yarn over, right in here, yarn over, pull through 1, pull through all 3. Now give me 1 sec, the focus seems to be going wrong. Hold on. If I could just focus on my hand. Here we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Let's continue. So now we have 2 stitches, 2 half double crochets. We're going to yarn over. Make sure you go through 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3. We're going to do that all the way through, and I'll show you what it'll look like. Yarn over, stab, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. It's basically the same thing as a stitch, you just add that yarn over. There you go, see? As you can tell, they are a bit taller than a normal single crochet, and that's on purpose. Also, a half double crochet is considered in the UK a half triple crochet, I believe, because you pull through 3 times technically. So yarn over, but then again, you also have to remember in UK terms, a single crochet is a double crochet. And a double crochet is a triple crochet, and then a triple in the what US is a triple crochet or treble crochet, I think, is a UK double triple crochet, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still learning what a triple crochet is. Pull through. Uh-oh. Alright. Very easy. You gotta make sure you put it through here. There we go. Yarn over. And we're back in action. Oh. Come on, Catalina, you can do better than this. I should, but I don't normally watch myself by filming through a camera. I'm usually just sitting down or relaxing and trying to do it without a camera, and that's hard as is. So with the camera, it's also a little hard. And here I am still hitting the tripod when I'm not trying to, I promise. Almost done. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna zoom in a bit. See if I can zoom in. There we go. So I can sit down, you guys can still see me. This way it's a little easier on my back and you guys can still see what I'm doing. We're still yarning over. We're still pulling through all. We good? Can you guys still see? I went back and I looked at my YouTube video, which I didn't actually watch full and through myself, and I realized that I sounded a little quiet, and I'm not trying to, it's just I'm not used to speaking to other people or to a camera when I talk. So that's on me, guys. I'm sorry. I'll try talking louder. So far, I do not have any sort of microphone other than the one that's in the camera, in the phone. So I'm doing my best, but if it sounds really, really bad, let me know. I will probably have to refilm whatever parts you guys can't understand or can't hear. But yeah. Alright, so there is our half double crochet, and there's our normal single crochet. Can you guys tell the difference? I don't know if you guys can. It is a bit taller, not by much, because it's not that big of a difference. It's a half double, not a full double. So we now have learned this. I'm gonna quickly turn, chain 2, and I will make another row of half doubles, and then we'll move on to double crochets. All right, guys. Yarn over, stab, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through all 3. You have to make sure when you're pulling through, you pull through all 3 and that you don't separate your yarn. Let me show you. By separate the yarn, let me show you. And yarn over. Let's do this way. Pull through. It looks a little weird, doesn't it? See that right there? If you pull this out, you can tell. Here, let me make sure. There you go. You have one thread out of the yarn. You just want to put that full thing back on there and keep chugging along, because we got this. Yarn over, stab, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. If you hear barking, that is my brother's dog. I have no claim to her. She is not mine. She is very loud, and I'm doing my best. You can tell she's not my dog. My dog is asleep on the bed. If you hear her snoring, that's her. I can also show you guys, I did make a sweater for my dog with absolutely none whatsoever, any, what is that thing called? Pattern. I knew at the time how to make a ribbed end, which I did. And then I just continued doing just normal stitches, not this fancy alpine, just normal stitches. I think I did all of them in half double. I think I did the entire sweater in half double crochet, because at the time, that and single crochet was all I knew. So that's what I did, and hey, you can do it. All you have to make sure when you're making a sweater or something for a person is measure it on them multiple times. What did I do? Apologize for that. I messed up, because that's what I get for looking at other things. Yarn over, stab in the right section. See how here you go. That is not right here. This is not where you need to go. You need to go through in between here, because that is just a yarn over section. Go through, and there you go. Yarn over, pull through all three. I'm going to do the rest quickly. You guys have already seen it twice. Let's go. I've tried listening to audiobooks while doing this. And if I'm following a pattern, very specific pattern, and it's not repetitive, it's like you have to do this row is this thing, this row is this thing, this row is this thing. It's not repeating. Then it's hard to follow along to an audiobook. But if it's something like this, where you're doing the same thing over and over and over again for rows after rows, yes, an audiobook or a movie or anything like that is pretty easy. I was told that doing a simple like sweater or a blanket that's repetitive is a very good project if say you are wanting to watch a show but you need to do something with your hands. A sweater would be perfect. A blanket. I'm learning right now a new, there I go again, a new pattern for a shawl. I found this woman's YouTube channel. There you go. Sorry. Had to hold tension correctly. And I've been just repeating the video over and over again, because she just does rows 1, 2, and 3 and doesn't show you the rest, which is fine. I mean, you can just go back and repeat that same part, replay it. I mean, and that's fine. It's just I wish I could follow along her video while I was working on it. But you know, she's not me, and that's why I show you every single bit, because I think it's easier to follow along if you're following along. Does that make sense? Alright, we now have 4 single crochet stitch rows. We have 1 half double crochet and 1 half double crochet. We're down 1 more, and we're now going to do double crochet. If this looks bad handwriting, I promise I did my best. I'm just bad. So we'll keep this in view. If you guys need that, I don't know. Here we go. There. Okay, so we've already turned. Now we're going to hold tension, and we're going to chain, I think it's chain 2. Chain 2? Yeah. No? Chain 2? Chain 3 maybe. Let me see. Chain 1, chain 2. Yeah, it's chain 2. Sorry about that. Sorry guys. I'm doing my best. Alright, chain 2. You start off basically But here's where it's different. Let me stand up so I can show you guys better. Okay, we have 3 here. Yarn over, and you're going to pull through 1, 2. You're going to yarn over, and now you're going to pull through 1, 2. That is a double crochet, or in the UK terms, triple crochet. Cool? Alright, let's see if I can focus again. There we go. I have my huge ball of yarn. Give me a sec. Hold tension. Yarn over. Stab. Yarn over. Yarn over. 1, 2. Yarn over. 3. Cool, guys? See how it's a little bit longer? The more times you yarn over, the longer it gets, the wider it gets. If you look, here we go. If you look, this is a single crochet, this is a half double crochet, and these, where you can see my finger, these are double crochets, and then it just goes half and then single. And you can tell these are wider, thicker. Alright, guys? So we're going to get back to this. Hope you guys can see me pretty well. Yarn over, stab, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You have 2 now, yarn over, pull all the way through. Alright, let's hope this works. We're going to keep going. I'm going to show you about halfway down, and then I'm going to just repeat it myself. Alright, guys, yarn over, pull through, pull through 2, pull through the rest. Keep going, yarn over, stab, yarn over, pull through, over, and pull through 1 and 2. I don't know if give me 1 second. There you go. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I have a new ring light. Still getting the hang of it. Plus this is very bright, and so you can see it's a bit hard to work with. It is hard when it's on camera. When it is just normally, it is a-okay. You know, when I started crocheting, it was so hard to learn specific patterns for left-handed that I just did them. Did normal patterns. At least ones worked in a round, like this little guy. I just copied the pattern normally. Now, things like I've heard, things like letters or things that are a specific shape, that can be a bit harder when you're transferring the pattern from right-handed to left. So we'll talk about it later in the future. I just wanted to bring it up. If you guys have any specific patterns you guys like, but have yet to figure out how to make it for left-handed, let me know. I will figure out a way. Most of the times you can just type in left-handed crochet pattern for, say, mittens or something, and it's pretty easy. But you just got to be careful. You got to make sure that if it's, say, a lettering, that you make it the opposite. I've heard people say to just flip the pattern, And it's hard. I can show you, I had in my notebook of crochet patterns I've written down. I tried a pattern that I found online for gloves, and it's worked instead of in a round, like a circle, like this was, oops, sorry, like this was, which is just all the way in a circle. It was worked like this, up and down, and then all the way around until you get to a thumb part, and then you have to do a specific thing. So in trying to make it, because it said certain amount here, a certain thing here, and a certain stitch up top, in trying to do it for left-handed, it came out where instead for the right hand, it wasn't for the left hand. It was for the right hand, but upside down. So you have to, some things are easy to do. Like little animals, they're so easy. Basic blankets, easy. A beanie, super easy. And some patterns are easy to just work as they're told and just do it for left-handed. But other patterns, it's hard. And I posted and I asked around for that specific pattern, and I was like, hey, how can I work this? And they're like, well, just flip it. And I tried, and it didn't work. And they said, okay, we'll just make it normally, and it'll just be for the left hand instead of the right hand, or it'll be for the wrong hand. And again, I tried, and it did not work. So sometimes you just got to give up, or other times you got to go to somebody smarter than you. I've only been crocheting for about a year, and I learn things very quickly. And I've learned to stay away from certain patterns just because they're a bit harder on me. They're quite a bit harder for me. And it's just easier to just do certain things. Now, I can tell you one place that has everything you might need that I have saved on my laptop, the pages, is Woobles. I showed you certain patterns that I bought. I showed you those. But Woobles, they sell crochet kits, but their kits have a pre-started magic ring. And they are so easy. They even have tutorials. Now, I've never bought one. They're too expensive for me. But they are so worth it. The yarn is specially made where it does not do what I just showed you it did. And it comes with video tutorials for right-handed and left. And their tutorials, their video and their written tutorials are on their website for free. And it's amazing. It's just the tutorials show each individual thing, but not how to work them together. And it's a little complicated. So if, say, you just need to remember how to make one thing, like how to make a double crochet. Super easy, you got it. But it doesn't show you more specifics. Like, say we're working in double crochets. How do you decrease with a double crochet? They don't show that. How do you increase with double crochet? They don't show that. They show you the basics, which is great. And their videos for their little animals probably has that. But online for free, they don't. Now be careful. I just messed up. If you guys see, I have 3 where I should have the 4th. Here it is. There you go. Hold up. Just gonna use my nail. There you go. 1, 2, 1, 2. You guys can tell the difference right here, see? And you can see that looks pretty good. Alright, we're gonna flip and we're gonna keep going. 1, 2. I'm gonna try and have all my videos just stay at 30 minutes long. I think that's pretty okay for what I'm trying to do. If you guys like shorter ones, let me know. If you guys like longer ones, please let me know. There we go. If you guys don't like them at all, please also let me know. if I messed up, like say called a hook a needle, which I did my first time filming and then I had to delete the video. I'm still a little salty about that. So, because that video before I took it down had like 30, 40 views. And people were like, that's perfect, it's great. And then my friend texted me, she's like, you were terrible. How dare you call a hook a needle? But she's been crocheting for many, many years. So she's the one who pretty much taught me most of the stuff. She's also left-handed. So, but she also learned in a different time. She learned a different way. So, she can pick up stuff a lot easier than I can, so. She also, I like making these little guys. She likes making blankets, shawls, stuff. I like making little animals, and it's a little harder because you have to focus on what pattern you're working on. She just repeats the same pattern. I can show you some of the books she gave me. She has crochet books that she gave me that I tried following one along, and I could not. I promise you, I sat here for a good 30 minutes trying to figure out what that book meant. And I was like, if I was teaching this, this is not how this would work. I was like, I should just watch a video. But the book is, dang it. But the book didn't come with any sort of videos that you could, like, a link to a video. It didn't. None. Anyways, other topics we could talk about while I'm doing this is my language skills are not the best. I do speak English as a second language. I grew up here in the States, but I'm not originally from here. And I can tell you one thing. Sorry. Oh, that looks pretty. It's very even. I like that. I like little holes. There we go. That trying to learn the stitches in a different language is a bit hard. And what I'm thinking of doing with this channel is once I get the first few videos of me teaching you how to crochet up and going, and once I have a pretty good following, or at least more than just my mom, my dad, and my aunt following me on here, I was going to start posting the same videos, just I would refilm, but in Spanish. And I could also do subtitles, but I'm not even sure. What do you guys think? Should I film a whole new video? Or should I just hand type the subtitles correctly? I don't know. I know my cousin saw one of my videos, one of these, and I asked her if she could understand it as a English second language person. And she said that it was pretty good. My aunt, my cousin's mom, she doesn't speak English. She knows, I think she knows I love you, and that's it. But she thought it was very good. The very first video, you guys can see my bed in the background. Before I filmed that, I filmed a different one. And she called me, she's like, your bed's a mess. Fix it. I did, and I posted it, and now she's happy. Alright, we're doing the last one for this video. Alright, and there you go. I'm just gonna, there we go. Ta-da! Alright, so we did, and you guys can tell, we did single crochet, half double, and then doubles. You guys can tell, for 2 of these, it's about the same size as 4 single crochets. So you can tell the difference in the sizing. I'm not sure 100% if by using this, it uses more yarn. But I am positive that you do less with more. Alright, so we learned chain, single crochet, increase, half double, double, and now I'm going to show you really quick. Oh, it's 30 minutes, dang it. Next time I will show you how to decrease with all of these and how to slip stitch. Then I will show you this part. Well, not then, in the future. Next episode, I will be showing you different ways to read a pattern in the round. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, next video will be up soon. Thank you guys so much. Let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'm going to try and post more videos more regularly. Maybe once a week, maybe a few a week. It's up to you guys. Let me know. Have a good day. Have a good week. Good morning, good night, good evening, whatever the Truman Show says. And hopefully you guys have now learned how to do this. If you have any issues, comment, let me know, and I will figure it out for you guys. Have a good day. Bye.